still don't have any football around the world, but the hunt for the best football badge globally continues, and focus switches to the best of Uefa. The countries up for grabs: England, the Dutchies, France, all of them coming at ya. Who's the best? I'll show you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another football badge ranking video, and this time we're taking a look at 50 odd nations coming at you from Europe, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, give me a bang up to do. All everybody, that's right, folks, back once again with another one. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. This time we're taking a look at the best of Europe, football-wise, badges-wise, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, football badges related, football whenever it comes back related, boys and girls. We got it all here. One Rufsky. Now, before we jump in, a big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are, the VIP gang. That's right. I'm talking about Aztec Marky Mark, Daniel Meller, Constable 1976, Mitchell Shoney, Tom Clark, John Spurn, Tom Beresford, Cody Cahoe, Russell Frost, and of course, No Code Drinker. You are the VIP exclusive gang. If anybody wants to join that exclusive gang, there is a link down below in the old description, patreon.com/Roverseas. And for the little as a bottle of tap water, you can join the old exclusive Patreon gang. Now, as you can say, I've had a bit of a shave. This old quarantine beard had to go. Doing my nuts in with the old mask. So, Slim Jim. Maybe not so Slim Jim. Anyway, this is actually take 2 of this. I did the European nations first off, but I noticed a glaring error, and I still might not have fixed the error because a lot of these Football Nation badges, they're not the actual badges that go on the shirt. They're the Football Federation badges. And that was made apparent when I did see the German one. That's what caught my eye. I was like, that's not right. So I went through like 40 odd nations to get to the German one. And I was like, that's wrong. So hopefully we fixed it today anyway. Well, we've got the big ones correct. But the little ones, that's what it's all about anyway. So we're trying to find the best badge out in Europe, and we're going to take a little look at them again. So again, this is take 2, so we're going to probably blitz through them a little bit more quicker. So the deal is here, whatever ends up at the end of the first sweep in the best of the rest column will go through to the second phase here, right now, to see who will go through to the World Cup. I don't know how many we're going to look at, so let's get it on like Donkey Kong. And we're going to start with one of the big boys. It is this guy. It is the Dutchies. KNVB. Now, what I do like to see in a badge is something that tells me what country this is. Now, I know this is Holland because of the colour, and of course, just because I'm a football nut. But it doesn't say anything. You know, you show this to Joe Schmo down the road, he hasn't got a clue what this is. Good looking badge. I like the look of the tiger or the lion or whatever the heck that is, or the dragon or whatever it is, but it just does, you can't tell. In fact, I'm going to put it in the decent column. I'm going to get a bit of a benefit of that because I have respect for the Dutchies. So they're going to go in there, but that means that's the journey end for them. Next up, we have another powerhouse. In fact, the powerhouse right now. It is the current world champions. That's right, France. Coming at you now. These again, one of the badges that I was a little bit confused about, but this is the one they're rocking these days. I think it's a recent change as well. And again, same could be said for the Dutchies with this one. This one has 2 stars to signify the 2 World Cups as well. EFF, the cockerel, France. It's everything you want in a French thing. I love the detail in the bird, but that is it. It doesn't tell you who it is. So that has major damage to it. On this one, we're going to punch it in there alongside it as well. And again, much respect to the Frenchies because they are the world champions, but I'm going to snug them up nice and together. Now the German one, I am German, so this has a special place in my heart, and this does have a lot going for it. It has a lot of detail. It has the German eagle in the middle there. It has Deutsche Fußballbund in there. It has the colours of the flag. It has the 4 stars on top. It's got everything you need. France and Holland, take note. So this bad boy has the potential to go to the World Cup, and I'm not just saying that because of my German roots, but because it ticks a lot of the boxes. For me, there's nothing wrong with that, and it has everything going for it. It absolutely has everything going with it. If it didn't have the Deutsche Foot, and that was the thing that really irked me with the initial take of this whole video, is the DFB one was shit. It was absolutely shit. It had no way, no how, could be in the best of the rest, and I was a little disappointed with that, and I thought, you know what, this isn't right. You know, that isn't what I see on the badge. So again, as you go through this, you might see your own country, and then you go, hang on a minute, that's the Football Federation one. If it is, let me know in the comments section down below, and then maybe we'll get the actual badge and we'll put it into the old Lucky Dip one. Same here goes England again. They had a slightly different one for the English Football Federation. They had the FA on top. Didn't have the star on there. And I actually gave it a bit more kudos to it, but to be honest with you, it isn't that good. Again, it's good. I love the lions. I love the roses on there, and the star is good. But it's just like these guys here. It fits in there. It doesn't say anything about England on there. I know it's England. You guys probably know it's England, but that is pretty much it. Next up, we have this one, which is a very awkward looking one, and it's very hard to work with. This is NSZS. If you put it over on a bit of colour, you can see it does say something of like Slovenia, but it's a bit fancy, isn't it? It's a little bit too fancy for my liking, and the gradients are just hard to deal with, and I don't like it at all. I think it's too flimsy, not much going about it, and it's hard to piss and read that Slovenia stuff. It's on there, but it's just not good enough. Next up, we do have one that has got a bit of potential. It is this bad boy. It's Latvia. Has something in the middle as well. 3 stars for something. Don't know. Sort of a wreath or something around it with a bit of business going on. This is okay looking, and I do like it. But to be honest with you, it's not much. Not much to get excited about. It looks a bit bog standard. It does look a bit bog standard. No offense to you, Latvia. It's a good badge, and I'd rate it quite highly in the meh column, but to be honest with you, that's all it is. It's meh. Moving on to this one is Kazakhstan. Now, I do like this one. Kazakhstan, a new footballing country, I guess. It's got a lovely eagle or something on there. It's got a lovely football with a rose or something embedded in it, because Kazakhstan written on there. I think this one has potential as well. So I'm going to push this guy alongside the German badge. And we'll talk about these guys in a little bit more detail later to see if it makes it through to the knockout stages. Next up we have, I know this one as Georgia. It does not say Georgia on there, but I know it is Georgia. It has the Georgia cross on there, has a big old cross in the middle of it. It says GFF, but that's it. That's all it says. Now I have to be brutal with these because there's a shit ton load of them, and I'm going to push this one in the meh column. I just don't see too much excitement about it. Next up, I'm going to actually have to get my producer ready, because I don't know which one this one is. I'm saying it's Montenegro. It doesn't say Montenegro on there, and that's a shame. It is an absolute shame, because that crest in the middle is amazing. A double-headed little phoenix or whatever it is, crown. It's got a staff in its hand. It's got something in its other claw. It's got a line in the middle. It's got everything you need. But I don't know it's Montenegro. I'm just guessing it's Montenegro. It is Montenegro, but it just lacks everything. It just doesn't tell me that it's Montenegro. It could be anything. So unfortunately, it's going to go into the decent column, but that's just about it. Next up, we have this one, Lietuvos Futbolo Federation. Now, this could be Lithuania. It is Lithuanian. That's probably because I recently looked at it. I think the reason why I said Lithuania, it might have the colours of the Lithuanian flag here, the yellow, the green and the red, which is good. It's clever, and if that is Litvos for Lithuania, if that's Lithuania in its native tongue, then it's got something about it. I like it. If let me have a quick Google here. I want to see what the Lithuanian flag looks like. Yes, it is. Very, very clever. I like that one. That has gone up a notch now. It's gone up a notch. So I'm going to put this one in the conversation for the next round for the World Cup. That little LFF is cute with the flag. Lovely touch. Next up we have Malta. Now this has the Maltese cross on the middle there. It says 1900, but to be honest with you, that's all it does say. It doesn't really get your blood's pumping, your juices flowing. It is a little bit boring. It may signify Malta to a T, but I think Malta needs something else to get excited about. Next up, I think this is the new Romanian one, FMF. Is it the new Romanian one? Can we confirm? FMF. It is not. It is not the Romanian one. It is... China will get word. It is Moldova. It is Moldova. It has some sort of bird in the bottom there in the red, surrounded by a blue football. It's okay, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I had to ask the man upstairs to tell me what that was. What that one was. Next up, we have, I think this is Norway. Norge's F football. I like the font. It is a bit crazy, and there's a lot going, a lot of twists and turns and all that kind of good stuff. But it doesn't really say Norway. It doesn't mean Norway, does it? Unless there's some sort of mount. It looks like a car logo, if I'm completely honest with you. It does say Norway on there, and you know, it's a nice look. Well, it's good on with the old words and stuff like that. You know, the way they've done that, but it doesn't scream out Norway. It could be anything. It could say new car or new ski car. I don't know. It just doesn't scream like. It doesn't have no animal reference. It doesn't have anything to make it sing. It's clean. I'll give it that, and I like the colours. But unfortunately, that's the best we can do. Now, this one, I'm going to have to wait on that one. We're going to move over to this one. Now, this is Russia. Now, I do like this one. I think I've got a bad graphic here. I think this top of this ball should be white, again, to signify the Russian colour. So we're gonna pretend that's white. And it does probably say Russia on there with the spreaded old eagle. It's decent. I do like it. I'm going to put that up the top there with these guys, and we're going to take a closer look at them later. Next up, we have this one, another good one as well, Slovensky. I'm saying that's Slovakia. Can we confirm it is Slovakia? I love the star in the middle there, and I've got something else going on. Perhaps this is in the centre of the flag. I don't know in the real word. I love the choice of font. The colours are great. It sings to me. It really does. And that's also another badge that's also going to be into consideration. It's one I don't want to get rid of early. I want to revisit this one. Next up, we have Sweden. The only thing going for this one, the only reason I know it's Sweden, for me instantly, is the flag. It does say Svenska around the side. It does say 1904. That's a lot of stuff that ticks my boxes. So initially, I was going to rule this one out. I thought it looked like Leeds. It looked like the Leeds badge. But the top bit, the little football on top with all that little data, adds a bit of value, a bit of something to it. So that, my friends, is going to go up to the top as well. We're going to have a closer look at that one. Next up, we have the Turkish one. The only reason I know is because of the Turkish sickle thing here, and the star, and the moon, and the star in 1923. But to be honest with you, I love Turkey, don't get me wrong, but I think your badge is a little bit pants. I'm going to stick you down the dog shit. No offense, I love you guys. Don't hate me. Next up, we have the Danish one. Now, this has also got a bit of character to it. It says Dansk on there. I love the colours, the red and white. It goes with the flag as well. 1889. This one's clean. It looks like a brand though. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of extra time. Well, I'll have a closer look at that one as well. Scotland. There might be another version of this that doesn't say Scottish FA. Now, I'm probably going to stick this with England on that same row there. I love the thistle, but we've already got a thistle through some of the Scottish division teams, so I don't want to overdo it. I love the Scottish flag at the bottom here. I think it does a little bit more than the English one, to be honest with you, with the Scottish FA. Now, again, this might not be the official badge on the shirt. I think there's something which doesn't say Scottish FA on there. I love it. I do love it, but unfortunately, I'm going to stick it down here, just to be fair. Next up, I think this is Spain. It does have the one star on top. It has a lot going on, and this means, in my eyes, it's got too much going on, as in too much to say no. The only thing that does go against it is it doesn't say Spain on here. And it could be Belgium. It looks Belgium. It looks like Belgium from an instant look, but the star, obviously, is for Spain's World Cup. First World Cup win. If it just said España or something on here, then we'd be onto probably a World Cup winning badge, or definitely one that was going to the World Cup. So unfortunately, Spain, you're just falling shy again, unfortunately. Next up, we have the Ukraine. It says the Ukraine on there. It's got some zigzaggedy zuzus on there, but to be honest with you, I don't really like it. It's just a bit fancy. It's kind of like the Slovenian one up here. A bit too much swirly whirlies, but not enough substance. Next up, we have Belgium. It does say Belgium on there. It has a big old B in the middle. It has the Belgian flag. Has a lot going on with the crown on top as well. 1895. It ticks all of my boxes, and that means it's going to stay put for consideration. Next up, Bulgaria has also got a good-looking badge as well. But we're going to have to be a little bit more cruel to be kind here. We're sticking too many guys in the best of the rest. But this has the Bulgarian flag on there. I think that says Bulgaria on there. But to be honest with you, that's all it does say. So, no, you're gone. I'm going to be a bit harsh here, and I also need to do a bit of I need to check on another badge here. Iceland football badge. Okay, next up we do have Iceland. I believe this is Iceland. The KSI, I don't know what that means. Keflavik something, I don't know. But this badge, Yeah, well, I want to like it because everybody likes Iceland, but unfortunately I think it's probably a bit pants, really. It's got no real identity. It hasn't even got the Icelandic flag in proper detail, so unfortunately it's poop. Next up we have Finland. Finland, close to my heart at the moment with the old football manager save. Sudomen Palanimento, I think that's Finland in Finnish, but to be honest with you, boring. That's all it is. It's like, let's just stick our flag and our name on there and we'll be all right. In fact, I'm going to let you join down these boys here. Next up is Bosnia Herzegovina, and again, I only know this because this is my second time around, so it is familiar. Has maybe the shape of Bosnia, the country here, has Bosnia Herzegovina written in maybe various languages here. I just don't know, but the font is a bit too much. There's a bit much going on. It's like an essay. Someone's written a book around there, so it could do. It's nice. It is. I love the round thing does make it look pretty, but that's just about it. Next up, I think this is Faroe. It's Kosovo. It's Kosovo. 6 stars. They might mean something significant to Kosovonians, but I just don't know what it is. Unfortunately, slap my wrists, please. It's got a kid's football drawing in the middle. Yeah, not for me. And not for me, I'm afraid. It looks like it's half done. Half done, to be honest with you. Moving on, we've got a lot to do here, a lot to take a look at. Let me push these forward. Who do we have here? This one looks pretty snazzy. This is Armenia. Has some other funky font in the middle. Got some maybe mountains going on. I like this. I actually would wear this on my shirt or my hat or something. The Armenian one looks good. It kind of looks like a little bit Asian-y. It looks like a bit Far East. And I like that sort of stuff. Next up we have San Marino. Now San Marino are one of the world's worst football countries, but this is one of the world's best football badges, I think. This has got some right good potential. Got 3 spires in there, Libertadores in there. It says San Marino in its native tongue. It's the circle badge, which doesn't always work well, but this one, despite them being a really shit football nation, I think it's got some legs about it, and we'll take a closer look at it again. Another one, this is Luxembourg, another shit nation, coming at ya. Oh yes, where are they at this standard? They got a man with the colours of the Luxembourg flag on there. FLF, it says Luxembourg on there, but to be honest with you, it's a lot of white space knocking about, and I think it's a pretty poop, if I were completely honest with you. Next up we have this one. Now this is the Faroes, and again I only know that because I know it. Has 1979, which is a fantastic year, probably the best year in the history of man. It doesn't say Faroe Islands. I want this to go through, I really do. It's a cool looking shape, but you don't know who it is. You just don't know. Next up we have this bad boy, Eesti, and I'm thinking Estonia. Can we get confirmation on this one? Estonia, it is confirmed. But to be honest with you, we're not going to talk too much about it because I don't think it's got not much going on. Like the colour, the gradients look good on it. It does pop out, but it's a bit flat. It's a bit flat. Next up we have Kofki. I think this is Cyprus, and again, it's not that special, is it? We're going to dump it. And there's one of the most famous ones at the moment is Croatia. Does not say Croatia on it at all. But it's got the famous Czechs on there, the red and white check marks, HNS. You know what? I can't push this one through if the likes of the Dutchies, the French example, are not going through. So it is famous, recognisable. We all know what it is. But my mate Hank, he wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo what it is. This one, I believe, is Azerbaijan, AFFA. It's got a flaming football or something from the heavens coming on down with some sort of resemblance to their flag, perhaps, with the colours. It's good, but it just ain't right. It's going to go into the meh. FAF. Now, this is Andorra. Garbage. Not even going to talk about it. They are shit at footballs, but they ain't too bad with the badge. Well, they are pretty bad with the badge. Next up, we have Wales. Again, this was another one that had a double in there before. Again, it's got the old powerful dragon. It looks cool as piss. But you just don't know. Italy, come on, do a bit of effort. Flag, garbage. This is a bit of a half-assed effort. Yes, you got the 4 stars, and I'm very, very happy for you that you got the 4 stars. But you need to, if you want to be considered to be one of the best, you need to spend a bit more time with your badges. So unfortunately, that's garbage. So I'm going to stick you down there. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Next up, we have this guy, PZPN. I believe it's Poland. It's trendy, like some of these other ones, like the Ukraine, like the Slovenia one. It's got the old funky little transparent thing. It might be an eagle in there, I think. Polish eagle, perhaps, with a crown on. But it doesn't say Poland on it. And unfortunately, that's fallen short. Israel does not look anything like anything to do with Israel. So you're going to join Italy down there in the dog shite. FSHF. This one, I don't even know who you are. You are Federation Shibte. I don't know who you are. Don't know. Haven't got a clue. Tell me in the comment section, because this one is shite. We don't do that one. We don't do this one. See what I mean? This is the German one, which we did last time. Shite. This is the English one we did last time. Shite. This was the Iceland one I did last time. Not correct. This is the Spanish one I did last time. Not correct. Next up we have Swiss. This one looks okay for whatever it is, but I just don't like it. I don't like working with it. Graphically wise, I think it's a nightmare. This is the Dutch one, which I worked with before. Not right. FRF. This is Romania, a recently new logo. They changed this one quite recently. Again, doesn't say much about it. You know, it's okay looking, but that's about it. I don't even know if this is the Austrian one. I think this is the Austrian Football League. So we're gonna look that one up quick. This is the actual Austrian bad boy right here. Now this does have a bit of potential on there, but it doesn't say Austria on there. That's the only thing. But I love everything else. I do love everything else. The detail in the flipping bird is tremendous. Chains and everything. I do love it. But it ain't gonna make it, pal. You're not gonna make it. So we're gonna stick. And I'm even debating if that is actually the football badge. Is that the football badge? I think it is. It is the football badge. It's a good-looking badge, but doesn't say Austria. Next up, we have Liechtenstein with some mountains knocking about. Says Liechtenstein on there. It's not cool enough, is it? It's not good enough. We're going to stick you in down here with the Romanians. Next up, we have the Northern Ireland one. I do like this one with the cross. Says Northern Ireland on there. It's got a bit of colour, a bit of detail. You're going to be into consideration. I'm going to slide you in there. Next up, we have this bad boy. Don't even know who that is. It's Hungary. That is Hungary. Not good enough. I'm going to stick you down here. Even though I think you need to go a little bit further. This one's Greece. Again, don't really like it, to be honest with you. Again, it might not be their team. It might not be their thing. Let me have a look. So I think this could be actually Greece's football badge. Either way, it doesn't say much about it, so I'm going to whack it down there. There we go. This one's got potential. It's Gibraltar. Oh yes, one of the most shittest football teams in the world. But they've got a killer badge. It's all about their flag as well. It says Gibraltar on there. We're going to roll with that bad boy. That's going to slide in next to Northern Ireland and be potentially in the World Cup. Would you believe it? Of badges. This one's Serbia. Yeah, I'm just going to pop you down here as well. Not much going on. This is the French one we talked about. It's not really. This one, I haven't got a clue. Who is that guy? Even though this is my second chance at it. This is North Macedonia. Again, not much going on about it. I'm going to slide you in here next to the Serbians on here. This one, don't even know who that is either. Who the heck is this? Who is this guy? We got a Belarus. This is Belarus. It looks cool. I'm just going to squeeze you here because I've got nowhere else to put you. This is the other Welsh one, which doesn't exist. This one, FACA. Czech Republic. Is that real? I don't even know if that one's real. That's the Czech one. Again, it looks kind of cool. We're going to get rid of the other one. But this doesn't say Czech Republic on there, but it's pretty decent. I'm going to squeeze them in here. We're kind of losing the thing a little bit. We're losing the plot here a little bit, boys. Slide them in there. And we do have Ireland. I'm just going to stick Ireland here. In fact, we'll bump somebody else up. We'll bump Austria up because I think Ireland is not that good. The Austrian one is pretty good. But that's it. So there we go. We've squeezed them all in there. Now we're going to take this top row and have a closer look at it and see who out of them, we're probably going to take half of them through to the World Cup. So here they are, boys and girls. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we'll probably push 6 through to the World Cup itself. Now, I like the Danish one. Straight off the bat, I think that's got a bit of zing about it. So that's going to go through. I do like the Kazakhstan one as well. Sorry, that's not it. That's the Kazakhstan one. That's going to go through. I do like the Armenian one. And that's also going to go through. San Marino, you're also off to the World Cup. That is correct. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. I'd be quite interested to see if I played both videos back as to who I picked initially, if my taste has changed or if this is still legit. There's a lot of circle badge knocking about. I don't really. I'm going to put. The German one is iconic. It's got stars all over it. I'm going to put the Northern Ireland one through. Get a bit of British representative in there. They're not going to have any badges from the leagues in there. That's going to go through. Now, what do I do here? What is the rest? Do I put Germany? I don't want to do it because I think it might be a bit biased, and maybe I'd like to come out with a clean point of view. The Lithuanian one is good. The Russian one's good. So you know what? I'm ruling out. I'm ruling out the Belgians and the Germans. They are out. They've got too much going on for themselves as well. The Swedes, unfortunately, not. The Russians, also not. So we're down to these last four here. The Slovakia one, probably not, because it's confusing me. I think it's Slovenia, I think it's Serbia or whatever. I'm going to rule them out just because. The Lithuania one, I like it. It's grown on me. The Gibraltar one's got a lot going on in the middle. The Austrian one just looks cool as can be, but it just doesn't say Austria. It's going against all the principles of stuff, but it looks cool as can be. So I'm going to make a rough call here, a wild call, and put the Austrian bad boy in. It's going to go through. So I have my 6 winners, and that is definitely a change of heart from my initial concept video whenever I did this bad boy before. Anyway, that is it. Shoo, I've actually probably shaved off about 15 minutes of this one, but I had to blitz through it because it was getting to me. Anyway, what do you think about that one? And did I make the right call? Did I make some absolutely horror stories for you? Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What you think about my picks for the Europa League, or for the European football badges that will go through to the World Cup whenever we get there. I think we're going to do. There's going to be a break after this one. I've got some other videos coming at you. We're going to take a look at the best out of contract 11s across the top 8 divisions. Well, not top 8, but at least 8 divisions. We're going to take a look at those for next week, and then we'll come back and take a look at the World Cup as well, because I've got to get ready on the old Twitter sphere and all that kind of good stuff. And again, this was meant to be the first. The European one was meant to be the first of a collection of continents. So this is now the last. So we're going to wrap this one up here. We'll take a break for about 8 days, a week or so. Then I might even do some other leagues. Maybe we'll take a look at, someone said the Australian League, someone says like the Mexican League, the Belarusian League, all these other ones. I might do it. I'll see. I'll have a look at a couple of them, see if they tickle my fancy, and if they're good enough, then we'll bring them on in. Anyway, folks, be sure to give this video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you're new. Check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in the Twitter, Facebook, and of course, Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. There is a link down below. Make sure to check that out. We'll be back again. Be sure to smash the follow as well on Twitter and subscribe here, because this is where the communications will be for the World Cup of Badges when we get going in a very couple of weeks' time. Until then, I'm off skis. Ciao, ciao. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.